Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing a pre-market update type video. I want to talk about what has been happening in the market over the last few days, what I think will be happening in the future, and one or two plays that I'm watching right now for some good volatility and for a potentially good return. So just to get started, I'm taking a look at the SPY ETF right now, and this is the general ETF that I use to see what direction the market is in. Now, usually this just trends upwards and upwards indefinitely, but right now we're seeing a long-term period of consolidation between around 351 to 360 all the way down to lows at 322. And my last video was actually where this analysis is right here. And what I told you guys in that video is that it was going to be a absolutely critical moment for the stock market. Now, if we did see a lot of resistance or support around 342 and had a break to the upside or to back to 351 or even all-time high, then that would show that the market was in a very strong position to continue trending upwards. But instead, it looks like we got the worst case scenario and we trended all the way back to the lows we were making at around 322. Now, what this means for the stock market is that there was a lot of uncertainty before this election, and especially coming into the election, we now know what has happened. We know that there is a lot of uncertainty, a lot of people saying that there might be fraud, that there might need to be recounts in a lot of states, and that's what I think is going to be the most important thing coming into the next few days of trading and coming into next week Monday, which is where I think a lot of this stuff is going to come to a head and really show its ugly face in the market. So right now we're seeing a rally unlike what I've ever seen in the market. Honestly, a huge rally since Tuesday of this week, and even Monday we've rallied over 10%, and right now we're sitting near these all-time highs again, or very close to these all-time highs at around $351 on the SPY. Now, one of the main things about this market is the way that it is trending. Now, before I was explaining to you guys that I thought there was going to be a top at either 351 or 360, showing us that this market was either going to be trading back and forth or potentially we were going to see a breakout of 360, but instead we've been making this series of lower highs. And what this really shows me is that the market is not looking to break upside or downside anytime soon. Instead, it seems like the market is more happy with some consolidation right now, and especially with so much uncertainty, I think the market is going to actually continue to wait before making its crazy move to the upside or downside. Now, if you did get in on a position this week and are looking at some great returns, since Tuesday, we've run up over 10% on the SPY, and a lot of other stocks, individual stocks, have actually run up 10% on their very own. So what this shows is that there was a lot of money on the sideline, and there was a lot of investors simply waiting to get into the market as soon as they saw some clarity or maybe even some obvious direction. So now that we're really sitting near these highs, you can see how much trouble the market is having. We're having a long period of consolidation right now where the last 10 or so hours have just been sitting at or near this 351 level, and this is not going to be positive for the market, guys. Now, the last thing I want to see personally is another long period of consolidation like what we saw between last week's Monday and Friday, where the market just trended sideways and sideways and even had multiple days where we were within the same range. And this is not good for the market. It makes a lot of people scared to invest, and it doesn't show a clear direction of whether the market is headed up or down. So it makes a lot of positions harder to play. For example, if you are holding a position for multiple days, you won't feel confident to hold that if you know that the market could potentially break in an opposite direction the very next day. So it makes a lot of people want to hold their options or even their stock positions for just a few hours and not the whole day. And what this means is that a lot of plays that we were used to seeing have volatility and follow through, such as Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, Boeing, etc., they're just not ripping the same. And when they do move, it's a very small and pathetic move and not really what we're looking for as swing traders or even short-term day trading investors, because this just does not allow our options contracts to gain that value that we're looking for. So I've been very worried over the last few days about what's going to happen. Now, like I said, I think this is the likeliest scenario where we continue trending in this triangle. If we do for some reason come back to 322, that is when I will be looking to open a long-term position to the upside, but I will not be looking for any long-term upside positions in the next few days. I'm going to wait till the market shows me some clarity. So that's just my personal investor advice to you guys, is wait until the market shows you some clarity. If you were able to trade from 322 to 351, that's great. I hope you made a great return. I know I did. I was playing some SPY calls and I made almost 80% return in a single day on those SPY calls. So I'm very happy about that. I also made almost 50% return on DraftKings calls that I actually opened only yesterday. So that just shows you that a lot of these positions are still moving. And even though we are nearing to these all-time highs, there are some companies that are lagging and leading. And if you can find out who those are, then you might still find companies with some potential to move. But right now, I feel like the market is just trading sideways. And this is not really a great day for me or for anybody to trade who is looking for a big return. So now I want to talk about a few individual plays that I've been watching this week and a few plays that I've even profited on. So the first thing that I said was that I made a large return trading the SPY. Once I saw them break above this 330, I literally held a call from around 330 to 335 or 340 almost, and that made me around an 80+% return. So I'm very happy about that. And even though I kind of messed up and I sold a contract as well, trying to limit my loss or my risk, well, anyways, I fixed it, but that was a great return there, guys. So just keep a close eye out for the movements of the SPY, because I feel like a lot of options on the SPY are moving maybe a little stronger than some of these individual companies and stocks. So that's the first thing I wanted to show you guys. Now, the second one is DraftKings. I know a lot of you guys are in love with this position, or at least have been making a lot of money on the put side of things. Now, even though I am a long-term bull on this stock, I realize that we've been having a lot of trouble really breaking above this $41 level. But now that we are above, you can see the stock is holding very well. And this is going to give me a lot of confidence that we could potentially break back into this channel right here and maybe even test 48 by the next few weeks' time. So that would be my dream scenario, the best case scenario. Obviously, I'm a little biased with this company as I'm holding a large position, but that doesn't mean that I can't produce a good analysis. And right now I see them having a lot of strength to the upside. So I hope that they can continue in this direction. So that's one to watch, as they have a lot of room to recovery and have more room of reward than really risk to the downside. So that's one company. The next company is going to be Snapchat. Now you can see they absolutely busted above this last level that we were watching. And I was really watching this company on the 1-day chart, because that was going to give us the clearest indication of when they were out of their previous range. And you can see that that has officially happened. They were sitting at around 38.93 the last time I talked about them, and now they've rocketed back up to 44. And I said that the buy moment for this company was around this 43 when we did see a confirmation that they were above the previous day's highs. So that's really good that the company can continue trading and trending upwards. Although on the 3 and 5 minute, it almost looked like this company was trying to set up a triple top here and potentially back down. But unfortunately, that hasn't developed. So we're yet to see what will happen on Snapchat. But I see that they have a lot of good movement. So that's going to be one of my main plays that I'm watching over the next few days, and kind of just checking to see whether they still have volume and still have life in them. So that's one. And the third one is my proudest trade, NIO. I recommended this stock just a few days ago, and when I recommended the stock, I think they were worth around 35 or something dollars, and now they're worth 42, and all the way at the highs they were worth 44. So I'm very happy about when I called out this stock. I hope you guys enjoyed that video and were able to make a great return on the company. They were having a lot of wedge breakouts, and like I showed you guys in that other video, they were just having a ton of moments where technical analysis could really show you the trend of the chart and could have been your best friend during those times. So you can see I traded them a lot here in the past, but what I'm seeing right now on the company is whether they can hold this support at around $40 flat. And if they can continue trading upwards, then I think they have a lot more upwards movement in their future. But if they unfortunately come down below this $40 range, I'll be looking for some puts all the way to maybe even 35 or back down to 34.50, which is where I see them having their second resistance. Although I still am very bullish on the company, I want to show you guys this shorter term time frame in case you are interested in trading some day trade options or something of the sort. So those are going to be my top 3 plays for this week. I think they all have some great potential to move. Penn is another one that is nearing that to its all-time lows, or these recent lows, sorry, at around 52, and is now looking to break back up into the cycle that we were having in the past. So if the stock starts to make a move to the upside, I will be getting in on this stock. As always, guys, if you're interested in knowing when I get into these plays or out of these plays, join the Discord, link down in the description. We called out some great plays in there, including AMD and NIO, where a lot of traders have made hundreds of percent return, and you can check that yourself on the wall of gain in the Discord chat. So just join that completely free, and the link is in the description. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, I hope all your trades are in the green.